Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're going to dive into a pretty radical new vision for our future, one that promises to change, well, pretty much everything about how we work, connect, and find meaning. It's called the Synconomy.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel that burnout from this culture of just constant competition? Or maybe that little hum of anxiety in the back of your mind about being replaced by AI? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. And it turns out there's a really good reason we're all feeling this way.
You see, that feeling of being stuck, it comes from an economic model. It's just outdated. Think of it like we're all trying to navigate with an old map. It's the lone wolf mentality that defined the 20th century. And sure, that map got us here, but right now, it's leading us straight to a dead end.
This old way of thinking, it's this frantic, zero-sum scramble to the top. The whole system is built on win-lose competition and this deep-seated belief in scarcity, this idea that for me to win, you have to lose. And the result? Get this, a staggering 85% of people are disengaged from their jobs, feeling trapped in what some thinkers are calling lousy slave jobs.
And while all the headlines are screaming about AI taking our jobs, they are missing the single biggest opportunity of our lifetime. A huge, fundamental shift where our uniquely human qualities, our creativity, our empathy, our ability to connect, that's the new gold.
Okay, so how do we actually get to this new era? Well, the cool thing is, this isn't starting from scratch. It really helps to see that we're already on a journey. The economy has been evolving for decades, and it's been getting more and more human-centric. Let's take a look at the path we've already been on.
You can see a really clear pattern here, right? In the early 2000s, Web 1.0 gave us access to information and bam, we became informed consumers. Then Web 2.0 and the creator tools gave us platforms to broadcast ourselves, turning us into individual producers. So the next logical step, powered by the crazy connections of Web 3.0 and AI, is for us to become synergistic collaborators.
But here's the thing. This isn't just about new tech. What's really driving this is a huge update to a psychological model that I bet almost all of you recognize.
What if I told you that everything you learned about Maslow's famous pyramid of needs was, well, incomplete? For starters, fun fact, Abraham Maslow himself never actually drew it as a pyramid. And even more important, what if the peak we all memorized, self-actualization, wasn't the real summit of human potential?
See, in his later unpublished work, Maslow proposed a whole new peak for human motivation. It wasn't self-actualization, becoming your best self. It was self-transcendence, helping others become their best selves. The focus shifts entirely from a me economy to a we economy. Psychologist Scott Barry Kaufman offers a much better metaphor. He says, forget the static pyramid, picture a sailboat. We all need a secure boat. That's our safety and our connection, just to feel stable. But to actually go anywhere, to move forward, we have to open our sails to growth and navigate the open sea, not alone, but together as a fleet. And that fundamental shift from me to we, from being a lone boat to sailing as a fleet, that is the core idea behind the solution to our current burnout culture. It has a name, the Synconomy.
The term was coined back in 2022 by futurist Marc Flint, and it's pretty much what it sounds like, a synergistic economy. The whole idea is creating new value through collaboration, value that was literally impossible to create in the old competitive system where everyone was out for themselves.
And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction fantasy, it's a renaissance that's already starting to happen. As the author William Gibson famously said, the future is already here, it is just not very evenly distributed. It's being built right now with new tools like AI, Web 3.0, and decentralized platforms that make human connection not just possible, but profitable. To really get the difference, think of the old economy like this. It's a box full of individual puzzle pieces. On their own, they're just disconnected, maybe a little incomplete, and they're all kind of competing for importance inside that box.
The Synconomy, then, is about finally assembling that puzzle. It's the big realization that our unique edges, what the source material calls the otherness of others, they're designed to connect. And when we actually fit our pieces together, we reveal this huge, beautiful picture that no single piece could ever create on its own.
So what does all this mean for you, like right now, today? It means we're standing at this incredible turning point. It's really a call to adventure, a call to fundamentally shift how we think, how we work, and how we create value with other people.
And here's the practical roadmap. It starts by really valuing what other people bring to the table, creating new things together, and shifting to an abundance mindset. this core belief that the success of other people is actually the fuel for our own.
This isn't just some feel-good concept, you know? It's the next logical stage of economic evolution. It's a true human renaissance, where we finally have the tools and the mindset to solve our biggest problems together.
So ultimately, the takeaway is this. The future isn't a spectator sport. It isn't something that just happens to you. It's something we have to build. The age of the lone wolf is over. So the only real question left is, who's going to be in your fleet?